Welcome, people of the world. This is Not Your Radio Show with Weston,
Mark,
Dylan,
Joshua.
and it's the end of the world. That's our today's topic. We are going to be talking about different end of the world scenarios and how you would survive them. Our first topic, our first subject of scenario is going to be zombie apocalypse, and the zombie apocalypse I'm going to choose, mostly because it's the most popular right now, is The Walking Dead.
Perfect.
So, how would you survive the Walking Dead zombie apocalypse? Everybody has the board.
well, first of all, I wouldn't go to a grocery store or a mall or any place that was crowded full of people, especially cities. I would get the fuck away as far as possible and pack all the stuff that I'll need. And
You don't want social interaction?
no, I do not.
No.
Fuck everybody else.
Oh.
Forgive the language.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, I'd get a knit group going, 4 guys, a little radio show. Yeah. Hold up in a bunker somewhere, just make things weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it weird.
Why are you hugging that teddy bear, dude?
He wants to make it weird.
It's from Rocky.
It's the end of the world. There's creature
The
coming.
end of the world.
What about you? How would you survive? What's the first thing you'd go for?
The first thing I'd go for is some SUV and a welder. And probably, like weld some stuff on the front to run over a bunch of zombies.
Like a big old cattle guard.
Yeah. And then I would pull a zombie land. I'd go over to Hollywood and find
Bill Murray's house.
Bill Murray's house.
Nice.
I think he lives in Rhode Island, though.
Oh,
He definitely has a house there, though.
Yeah, definitely.
He won't be there, but
No, he was somewhere else washing somebody else's dishes.
Smoking weed.
So what's the one object in a zombie apocalypse that you think you guys would need to have?
a katana.
a nice knife. And I mean a really good knife.
I'd have to agree with that because you don't want a lot of noise attracting them.
And a crossbow.
A crossbow
I
works
mean,
too.
you got to go Daryl if you're going to go Walking Dead scenario.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean,
He is
that's
the best survival instincts out of all of them.
reloadable.
And,
Yeah, I ever actually shot a crossbow and reloaded it. It doesn't take 5 seconds like it does in The Walking Dead.
It does they do have ones that actually cock like a shotgun.
But
So yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, it's
No.
tac back,
Mm.
tac back.
I'd say a melee weapon.
A melee weapon.
Yeah.
Machete
I'd
would
say
probably
katana.
good.
Yeah.
Katana and machete would probably good too.
HEMA certified sword.
And a sweet whetstone.
Yeah.
Of an 11
So you can
strap.
sit in the rain in the middle of the forest like freaking Rambo, just.
Yeah.
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 That's not attracting things
At
at all.
No.
So what would be your? So that's your one survival weapon. But I mean, so you guys automatically assume that you're going to have a fresh supply of food, water,
Oh,
chewing gum. I mean,
water for
obviously
me.
not.
I'd go
So
with
in Walking Dead's scenario, the only thing that's infected are people, and that's it. So in order to find a clean water source is relatively easy, especially if you think about the area we're in right now.
yeah,
Like,
not,
there's
every-
clean
not
water
everybody
sources
listening is
everywhere.
in that area right now. I mean, you
No,
go to the desert, you're not going to find water, especially
No.
clean.
There was one thing I did watch, and they said probably one least rated place will be a pet store. Because pet stores do
What the
have
hell
fresh
do you go to
water.
a pet store for? You
They have-
eat a
they-
puppy?
They have fresh water there. Because
They
you give
keep
the
water
pets, but that could
bottles
be.
and shit like
They
that.
don't. They
there.
don't like
Yeah,
give
but you just
dogs
ruined it.
purified water. It's from the hose.
Well, regardless, it's still water.
a lot of
Well, they
people
do
care
keep-
a weird amount about their pets.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
but
that's
they carry
people,
water
not
bottles.
pet
And,
stores.
And not to mention, most of the food is still edible in
Their
there.
catering.
You know, it tastes like shit, but you can still eat it.
And it's also
Alpo
shelf
isn't-
safe.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they served at work last night over rice.
They've got little dogs.
Yeah,
You had the beef tips too, didn't you?
Yep. And I think that's why I have the apocalypse dripping out of my butt right now.
Yeah, that smells like death. I've burned like 2 incense already.
It's been bad. It's been real bad.
Death and despair.
Okay, so all that being set aside, I mean, you wouldn't have a companion. You would literally do this alone. You would go insane.
I wouldn't.
You grew up in a society where everywhere you turned, there was at least somebody to talk
I'll
to.
probably find a way to get to South Carolina, around Elgin and Lugoff.
Right.
There's a buddy of mine. He practically lives way out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, and they have guns. They have they have ways of surviving off.
Okay, but let's just say all of the people you actually know were turned. So you are the last of your knit group to be not turned. You have to make a new friend. Do you think you can pull that off?
Probably not. I'd be fucked.
I mean, rip. To be honest with you, if it was a zombie apocalypse, I would probably dig a hole in the ground, do a trapdoor scenario. So if I hear walking, I could pop that door open like a little tarantula, grab whatever it is, bring it inside, and if it's undead, I'll shoot it. If it's not undead, I'll probably shoot it.
Now, here's another question. It might be pretty neat here. All right, if you were bitten, would you let yourself turn just to see what the fuck it'd be like?
Yeah, because it could be the greatest thing ever. I mean, it might be complete mental bliss and nobody knows.
No.
And now you're just going around ruining the day for zombies.
Besides your limbs falling off after a certain period of time.
Yeah,
and body's still rotten.
That's the one thing about all zombie apocalypse, except for one of the, technically two, is that first, in The Walking Dead, all those zombies, if you wait 1 year, 95% of them would be gone.
But that's
because
the problem
they would
is
just rot away.
You can't just wait. They're coming for you, technically. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but
every day is a new adventure when it comes to the zombie apocalypse. It's not just like, no, you can't eat me right now. You gotta wait. Stay over there.
Yeah, but if you were in a sealed bunker,
bad zombie.
Now that's why. Okay, so the next zombie apocalypse type is Resident Evil zombies.
Oh, viral.
So a Resident Evil zombie
Herpes.
isn't just a reanimated body. It is a mutated body. So it is no longer human.
Now we all realize this is hypothetical because this kind of genetic mutation doesn't occur.
No, it doesn't. And if you've watched the first movie, their explanation on how it happened is 100% impossible.
And not to mention, I think it was on the third movie. They said even the zombies that came after the whole thing, they don't necessarily need flesh to survive. They can still live many years even without eating.
Yeah, and that's why
that's the one where they're in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd just
try to domesticate them.
Yeah, I don't think I'd even try. I'd hook up with Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was like the best part of those movies.
Yeah.
And then me and him would just ride around shooting hoes.
No.
Bam, got her. I mean hoes in the actual literal term, as in prostitutes, not as in all women are hoes, because they're not. There we go. I clarified that. I clarified the hell out of that. I respect women's.
Okay. So now I know there's many different types of apocalypse scenarios.
For some weird reason, I can only think of two.
Okay.
I can only think of like a zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
And then like the rapture.
Okay.
The rapture's a good one.
So what other scenarios are there?
Okay, so even though this one's probably the most difficult to survive afterwards.
Oh, nuclear fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Dystopian apocalypse.
Yeah. Then there's also a volcanic apocalypse.
Yeah, but that's only to like a general area. Not one volcano won't. Well, the Yellowstone caldera maybe, but
no. The caldera in Yellowstone would
wipe out the entire planet.
No, so the U.S. gone.
It's in the U.S. Yeah. It's our biggest zip.
But
that's a whitehead.
As much as I would love to survive, I'd probably die. More than likely. But the rest of the world. So what would happen when the caldera goes is that it will create an ash cloud that will blanket the entire Earth for 2 years.
Oh, if we can survive waiting for zombies to kill themselves off for the first year, we're good.
Yeah, but in 2 years, you have glass basically glass shards entering people's lungs and so on.
Oh, have you never hung insulation? Because
Yeah.
I'm immune now.
It's like
Yeah.
insulation.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I used to hang
Shitting out
insulation,
blood.
dude. I cough blood, and it's not because of tuberculosis.
But
Thanks, Owens Corning.
Yeah, you just walk around with a respirator on for a year, you're good.
yeah, except these crystals are finer, and most of those air filters
Yeah,
do
see,
not
so I'm
actually
good
stop.
because the insulation crystals are not as fine. So therefore, I've already gone with the big stuff.
And
it's
then
like
also,
it's like going from smoking cigarettes to just doing heroin.
You know, it's even.
Yeah,
speaking
you
of,
die.
speaking of nuclear fallout, there's actually. I mean, I know they say don't believe everything you read on the internet, but it was actually a website about it where your location is if you would survive a nuke, and they actually have choices from different ranks and bombs, and they had the top one being the Tsar Bomba, which is the biggest one ever tested by the Russians. So I put that in, and apparently where we're sitting at right now, we would survive, but we would go crazy because we wouldn't have internet. That's why I find the website a little bit like, okay, this is right bullshit because they threw that joke in there.
I mean, we are very dependent on technology these days. Well, most people are.
I mean, I like.
Yeah, Josh would be all right.
I like
I got my books.
internet and shit.
Nerd.
But if like, and that's the other thing is like in a scenario where you have to survive, you forget that some of these things exist because every day you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for.
Well, and okay, so this brings up. So you're talking. Let's talk.
Not to mention we're using fucking Wi-Fi right now to do the podcast, so we need internet for that.
Let's talk. All right, so let's talk one of the most. I mean, people are obviously gonna survive.
Yeah.
The let's just take the rapture.
Yeah.
Some people will not be taken, obviously.
Of course.
For those who believe in the rapture.
No.
Do you believe in the rapture, Josh? No. Dalton, or God damn it, do you fucking believe in the rapture? Be honest.
Yes and no. I don't know what to
Do you
think
think you're gonna wake up one day and half the Earth's population is just gonna be taken away? You don't know where they went. I think they went on a spaceship to Elvis.
That's definitely the easiest apocalypse to survive if it's just the rapture.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, cool, we got more property.
Yeah, it's definitely the easiest.
Hopefully, it's all like government officials, so we can just start a new law in Utopian. Like,
I think
state.
personally, we're probably here to get fucked pretty much until the whole thing is over.
So you think that if the rapture happens, then it's what is it they say in that era of religion, and God forbid anybody writes us and goes, "You're a piece of shit for getting this wrong."
Okay, so the rapture in its entirety,
hell on earth after people are taken, right?
Because
so
like hell rises.
Well, Josh, what is everybody's belief on the rapture?
There is no one everybody's belief on the
like
rapture.
it's all different.
There's lots of different.
Because I heard like beasts will walk the earth and yada yada. I've heard a lot of different things. I'm like, don't get me wrong, and I've stated this a lot, and I hate talking about religion, especially when it comes to our radio show, because it's a good way to lose a lot of people listening.
Well, speaking of the rapture and everything, though, I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's an opinion right now.
I mean, we're not ripping on anything. They've made movies about it and yada yada yada. I mean, I love Kirk Cameron, but I might be wrong. I forget who told me all this stuff about rapture, but so I mean, you got 777 years of war is what it's supposed to be, or something like that, between heaven and hell. And God takes half the Earth's population to save them from that war. The rest of us are damned on Earth to live those years out, while demons and angels fight it out. So does that sound Catholic? That sounds pretty Catholic.
It's pretty Catholic.
That's kind of Catholic, yeah. Sorry, Catholics. So, hypothetically, that's what's happening in our apocalyptic scenario for the rapture. Okay. So how do you survive that if you're left behind?
You don't.
TM.
You don't.
You don't survive it at all? No, it's hell on earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing can be humanly possible.
I'd find me the highest ranking demon official and just,
take his nuts.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's better to be,
It's like, even if you do die in the process, it's just like, I still got your nuts.
Yeah. I'd go for it. I'd try. I ain't going down from like...
Be like the dude
without
from...
fighting, that's for sure.
Be like the dude from This Is VN. Take your motherfucking panties off.
So, okay. So that being a rapture scenario, is there going to be fresh water supply? Probably not. This is
Hell
probably
no.
the worst.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst one to ask how you're going to survive.
Water's
Yeah.
probably going to be fucking
Because it's
blood.
got magical elements in it, of course. And I made air quotes when I did that. So the nuclear fallout. Let's say a good what? Let's say a good
35 years.
no.
Mm-mm, I wouldn't even say that.
No. Let's say a good 50,000 people
Okay.
on the planet make it through that,
Mm-hmm.
through the explosion, and are now trying to survive. And we are 4 out of that 50,000.
Okay.
How would you try and survive a nuclear fallout? Fresh water sources, completely the hell out of the question.
Yeah.
Unless you can find a way to refilter it.
Guess where I'm going? Culligan.
Where's that?
It's a water company that stocks and stores water for you.
Huh?
Hey, Culligan, man. No?
No, never heard of that.
No. All right.
Nope.
What about Arrowhead Spring Water?
Yeah, you know more about water than I do, apparently.
Wow, really?
And
Sparklets.
so if we survive following him,
Nobody knows Sparklets? Because they're shit. No, I would probably go to like a Walmart at that point because they have a crap ton of water. They have a crap ton of canned food.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, guns and ammunition in the freaking outdoor department. So
and then they also have movies. That's my thing about all these scenarios. I will always go to the movies and take all of the movies and all the music because at the end of the world, you just need to watch somebody shoot somebody.
yeah, but if you're
What about preservation? That's a good way to preserve
I
everything,
don't
too.
think you'll feel the need to be entertained.
yeah, I mean, you're
in
gonna
that
have
way,
shit
but-
to do every day to
You-
survive.
yeah.
I'm gonna pop in that a copy of Don't Mess with the Zohan
Yeah.
and just take 5. I need me time.
You're saying that now in your pre-apocalyptic
Yeah.
mindset.
I mean-
In your
You're gonna get these
mindset.
people who like them and their kids survived and like, look, they won't shut the hell up. Can I get Finding Dory from you? And this way I can put that on and they're out of my hair while I'm building a freaking spike wall.
Yeah.
This guy, don't you hit my truck, you bitch.
You're fine.
Yeah.
And Brown White better not hit my car either.
No, they go straight in. Anyway,
Yeah, you guys are.
What
both on the other
about
side.
like a
Don't
like
know
a
why he
Titan
went on.
AE?
Titan AE.
Yeah, where the Earth is exploding and we leave
Or, like,
Earth in
chunks
a
of
space.
the
Oh,
chunks-
fuck, I ain't seen that movie in
chunks of the
forever.
moon hit the Earth and
Yeah.
crack the Earth in half.
Well,
Well, I mean, in that case, our ozone's screwed, and I don't think anybody survived.
yeah, I mean,
If the moon hit us like a comet would,
Well-
there'd be no Earth.
The time machine.
well, actually,
So when he goes forward into time, that's what happened. The moon cracked, and meteors destroyed civilizations from the moon's.
And a lot of them go live underground.
Yeah, and then they become these really cool, weird white creatures that Jeremy Irons commands.
no. Well, okay,
Thanks,
so
Jerry.
it was either 2012 or I can't remember the movie.
2012 is a good movie.
It is.
But
But it
that
didn't
had
happen.
nothing to do with the moon.
No. There's another one, and it is where. Actually, that might have been an anime. I know there's an anime of it. Where
Yeah,
the
that's
moon is.
Trigun.
Yeah,
Trigun.
Yeah, I'm glad
What
you
about
know.
what about a third
And
ice
the moon
age?
is what now?
Okay, so
Ooh,
Third Ice Age.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
plausible.
going to Hemmick Schlemmer and I'm getting me a shit ton of blankets.
Yeah. So in this anime called Trigun, which you can watch it on Netflix. I'm not sponsoring it, but I do like anime. Is so in it during the last, I'd say the last couple of episodes, the moon starts to fall and starts to about to run into the earth. Now, in there, they say that now they have all these underground bases and whatnot.
Mole people.
Mole people.
Mole people.
Mole people.
Okay.
Literally and figuratively.
Oh, that's another one too. Gurren Lagann. That's what happened.
Gurren Lagann?
Yeah,
No.
I like that one because the chick is kind of hot for a cartoon.
Oh, no.
No.
You said Trigun. No, Gurren Lagann is the one that does this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to all of the anime fans. I just screwed up big time. No, Gurren Lagann. It happens in Gurren Lagann.
And you can't watch that on Netflix.
Actually, yes, you can.
It's like the first season, isn't it?
It's the whole thing.
Oh, cool.
It's the whole thing.
Ray.
And so the moon is crashing into the planet, and now they have all these underground bases and whatnot, and they're doing evacuations into them. Well, they were doing calculations, and if the moon were to crash into the planet, it would wipe out. I think it's like a good mile and a half of the Earth's crust. Like it would completely destroy anything that's like even if they were underground. Unless they were underground at like the mantle, they'd be just destroyed.
I would definitely be stockpiling toilet paper.
Yeah,
I mean,
Now,
it's like all my toilet paper.
here's another
you
little
want to buy a
scenario here
roll?
about
$500. Why? Money doesn't matter anymore. It does to me. It's more toilet paper.
Yeah, more toilet paper.
But speaking of the
Toilet paper
moon, though,
would be
it's funny if the moon,
we switch
the moon drifts 3 centimeters every year.
Yeah, but away from the Earth.
I know. Well, if something happens, the moon goes completely away. We're still fucked. Instead of a 24-hour rotation, we're down to 6 hours. Instead of a Category 5 hurricane,
That just means I have shorter work days.
Well, yeah, but that's not for another.
But that
3
would still,
billion years.
but it'll still fuck up humanity. So be it any humanity.
So Josh had a good one. What about Ice Age? What about another
Ice Age? I do like Ice Age
Day After
scenario.
Tomorrow stuff?
Yeah. The Ice Age scenario is probably one of my all-time favorites because it is because it's a perfect balance. It's the perfect balance between having to survive and also survivability. Like if you're a moron, you're gonna die. But
I'm gonna find me a sloth
yeah.
and a mammoth and a saber-toothed tiger.
nice.
Yes.
I want to find me a woman to get some good body heat with. Then I'll die.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you can make friends.
Yeah, like a sloth and a mammoth and a saber-toothed
Keep
tiger.
warm. Keep warm.
I
And
think a lot of people could survive an ice age.
Yeah, I mean, we know how to make fire.
Mankind survived the last
I
one.
mean, we did survive the last one. But
Well, we've obviously. I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and go, well, nobody made it out of that one.
well,
We're all just
we just
dead
know we
sperm
can
swimming in
survive
ball
it.
sacks.
We just don't know, or we probably don't realize how difficult it would be to survive.
No, I'd head for the equator. I mean, it's still going to be cold,
Yeah.
but it's going to be
gonna
less cold.
30 degrees warmer.
Yeah, so it's going to be less cold. I mean, I'm not talking tropic and going to be jumping in the Bahamas,
It'd
but
be like living in Canada now.
yeah,
Probably.
stupid
do that.
Canadians.
People
Yeah,
survive that.
people stupid and Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But-
No, we love Canada.
Yeah, no offense, Canada.
Yeah,
You
let's head up to the
I
border.
love Canada.
Let's head up to the border for some French fries and poutine. Eh?
And some legal weed.
Well, I mean, you can go to freaking Colorado
Hey,
for that. You ain't got to
hey.
go to Canada.
Hey,
Don't you-
Canada has given us Celine Dion and Ryan Reynolds, and I will keep
Look,
that.
I'll take the Ryan
And
Reynolds
Nickelback.
thing, but the Celine Dion I can do without.
She's
She ruined the
hot.
90s for me.
They also spawned Bieber.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
God, don't remind me. Please stick forks in my ears. Oh God.
Yeah, Bieber.
Yeah, well,
Bieber.
I'm not a fan of Bieber at all.
Bieber.
yeah, but Celine Dion makes up for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but does she? Well, Rick Moranis.
She's hot.
Rick Moranis.
Oh, you came from Canada?
Strange brew, hoser.
And blue, right?
Yeah, take off your hoser.
Take off hoser.
Take off, Ozzy. We're approaching the end of our podcast at 30-minute mark. So I'm going to ask this to all of our viewers. If you have anything you want to suggest us to talk about, if you have a survival scenario that you would like to also express, we will, and if we like it, I will totally mention it in our next podcast. And you can. I lost my train of thought.
If you like the show, leave a comment below.
There you
Smash
go.
the like button. Hit us up.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Ring the bell.
We're gonna have merch here pretty soon. You're gonna get we got t-shirts and hats on the way. So for our 100th subscriber, actually let's make it our 50th because I don't think we're at 50 yet. But for our 50th subscriber,
we're at 4.
For our 50th subscriber, you'll get a free hat. When we get to 100, you'll get a free shirt. Our 100th subscriber will get a free shirt. You'll be able to buy our shirts on our Facebook page. So, like I said, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button,
ring the bell, and share like there is no tomorrow.
Yep, and leave comments below. I don't care if they're bad. I'll still, shit all over you too.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night.